so I've got a special story for you today, and it is about a little girl. And this little girl, her name was Mary, and she had a friend, and her friend's name was Lucy. So Mary and Lucy were really, really good friends. And one day, Lucy got a bird. And she was so excited about her bird. And one day, guess what? Mary heard Lucy talking and saying to one of their friends, "You know what? Mary was being so cheeky all day today." Mary thought, how dare my best friend talk about me like that? I will never talk to her again. A day passed, and she wasn't very happy to go to school anymore, because now her best friend, she didn't have anymore a best friend. And Lucy came to her and she said, "Mary, what's wrong? Why aren't you best friends with me anymore?" And Mary said, "Well, I can't believe you're asking," and turned around and walked away. Got home and she was really, really sad. And Mom noticed that she was sad. Said, "Mary, what's the problem?" "Nothing." It's like, "What do you mean nothing? I know you very well. There's something the problem. You're not happy, you don't play, you don't tell me anymore what you're doing with Lucy. Don't ask me about Lucy again. She's not my friend anymore." And Mom said, "But why? What happened?" "Well, I can't believe it. She spoke to a group of girls saying that I was the naughtiest thing ever. And I was doing a lot of mischief that day. And that day we were just playing nicely." Mom said, "Well, why don't you ask Lucy and find out what's the matter? Why did she say that?" "No, I'm not going to ask it because she should have not said that." And Mom said, "Oh, well, if your pride is bigger than your friendship, then I'm really sad for you." Mary went to her room quite upset, but it kind of the words of the mom kept rolling in her mind. If your pride is bigger than your friendship. If your pride is bigger than your friendship. Then she thought, okay, fine, I'm going to go and ask her what was her problem. So the next day when she met with her friend, she said, "Well, come here, I need to talk to you." And Lucy said, "Finally, tell me, what's the problem? Why aren't we friends anymore?" And she said, "Well, I don't know, you tell me." And Lucy said, "Well, I don't know what to tell you." And Mary said, "Well, didn't I hear you just the other day talking to a group of girls saying that Mary is the naughtiest thing ever and she was into a lot of mischief that day, all day?" Lucy thought. She started laughing. And Mary was like, "That's it. Now you're even making fun out of me?" It's like, no, wait, let me tell you. You know I got my new bird, and you know I named her after you because you're my best friend. So when I was telling the girls that Mary was the cheekiest and most mischievous thing, I was talking about the bird. I wasn't talking about you. Oh. So you're not upset with me? No, of course not. Of course I'm not upset with you. I was talking about the bird. And then Mary said, "All right, I can see that is a little bit funny. So we're friends again?" said Lucy. And Mary said, "Yeah, of course we're friends again." So now I'm asking you something. Can it happen that sometimes you might be talking about completely something different and people might misunderstand you? Or can it happen that you might misunderstand other people? Whenever that happens, make sure you always check why. What happened? You ask the other person, "Did you mean this?" Or "What did you mean when you said that?" To make sure that misunderstandings don't happen. Because sometimes it might just be something as funny as this story. Okay? But the ideal is, sometimes things do happen, But if things do happen, make sure you do talk to the person that it happened with, not to everybody else. But in this case, that was not the situation. So always check to make sure that you understood correctly. Always check to make sure that you didn't miss out on some information, because she missed out the part that the Mary they were talking about was the bird, not her. And never ever speak evil about others, because that's gossip. And the one who's telling tales is the devil. He's the one who went around and telling the angels that God is no good. And he managed to deceive 1/3 of them. So always remember, children, clarify things because before you get upset, because sometimes it might just be something really funny. Amen.
So what we're going to do, we're going to sing one verse and then we're going to sing it again and we're all going to greet each other, shake hands, and well, I'm a hugger, so I'll hug everyone.
To you.